one of the most decisive battles of the British conquest of Indian history. The victory at Battle of Plassey consolidated the British power, thus making it easier for them to collect exorbitant taxes and satisfy their motives of trade. But how did all this happen? How could a band of foreign nationalists who came to buy silk and spices manage to win a war? Well, that's the charm of history. The East India Company, which came to India in the year 1612, had gained a substantial presence in the Indian subcontinent by the end of 17th century. And by the first half of the 18th century, they had established the trading centers at Bombay, Kolkatta and Madras, and also had an upper hand over their rivals, the French and the Dutch. So they always pressed for less taxes and free trade to the successive Nawabs. But the Nawabs were strong and refused any kind of concession for the company, while at the same time demanded large tributes from the company for its right to trade. After the death of Alivardi Khan, his 23-year-old grandson Siraj-ud-Dawla became the Nawab of Bengal. He was a man of ferocious temper and feeble understanding. So to secure its interests, the company tried to help one of the Nawab's rivals to ascend the throne, which it failed to do so. This infuriated the Nawab too much that he asked the company to stop meddling in its political affairs and stop fortifications and pay the revenues. But all the negotiations failed. So the angered Nawab at once took his 30,000 soldiers and marched to the British factory at Qasim Bazar, arrested all the officials, blocked all the ships and headed towards Kolkata to capture the fort there. Fort William was captured and all the English soldiers were imprisoned in what came to be known as the Black Hole. No, not the one which Stephen Hawking discovered, but this black hole was a chamber which measured 14 by 18 feet, and 143 prisoners were all flocked together into the single room. Days later, when the prisoners were released, only 23 walked out free, whereas all others died due to suffocation and asphyxiation. When the news reached the company, officials at Madras sent a troop of 3,000 soldiers commanded by Robert Clive, the British officer who had brought fame to the company by winning the Carnatic Wars, and Charles Watson. But however, the company didn't want a war at first place. The letter from the council read, "The object of this expedition was not merely to re-establish the British settlement in Bengal, but also to obtain ample recognition of the company's privileges and reparations for its losses without the risk of any war." Meanwhile, William Watts, a British official at the court of Bengal, informed Robert Clive of a conspiracy that was being hatched by few to overthrow the Nawab Siraj-ud-Dawla. So Robert Clive held clandestine meetings with Mir Jafar, Lutuf Khan and Rai Darlab. He made an alliance with these people and that they would not participate in the war in case if a war was inevitable, and in return Mir Jafar would get the throne. The battle actually took place at a place called Plassey, the anglicized version being Plassey, on the banks of river Bhagirathi on 23rd of June 1757. But the battle would go on to last for only 11 hours. The British had a combined troop of 3,000 soldiers, while the Nawab army accounted to more than 50,000 soldiers. But 35,000 of them did not fight the war, as they were commanded by the defector Mir Jafar. So the Nawab lost the battle due to political stubbornness of the British. As per the alliance, Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal. The British got huge sum of money as war reparations and were given the right to collect taxes and trade free. Siraj-ud-Dawla was assassinated. Thus, the war came to an end, but its ripples could be felt even after decades and centuries. The East India Company would later go on to win the Battle of Buxar and become Diwan of Bengal, and would continue its policy of annexation by introducing many controversial laws like the Subsidiary Alliance and the Doctrine of Lapse, and so on until the First War of Independence in 1857. So, do you think India would have never been conquered by British if they hadn't won the Battle of Plassey? Let me know your views in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to your Guru for more such enthralling videos. That's it. It's your Guru signing off. Thanks for watching.